Welcome to this video, which is assuming that you have already created a WordPress account for the course. And if you haven't already, you need to go back and do the previous exercise, which requested that you set up your WordPress account. This one will involve the very early concept of the dashboard and something called a theme in WordPress. Basically, when you go to WordPress.com, as I've done right here, you'll come to this screen. If you have not set up your account, you'll click on the button that says Get Started, and you will set up your account. I'm going to assume with this video that you already have done so. So I will go to my account. Now yours is not Michael Sisk CCC. If it is, you better know my password. So you have one of your own. I'm going to log in to my account. If you have trouble with it, you may have to contact me, or more than likely, you'll just have to recreate a new account and do your best with it. Now you'll come to a screen very similar to this one, especially if you haven't set up anything yet, and that's totally okay. On this screen, you will notice a couple of things on the extreme top left and top right of the screen. On the top left, you'll see a W with a circle around it. That is the WordPress logo. And if you click that, you can sometimes go back and forth between your page and something called the dashboard, which I will show you in a moment. I'm going over here where the avatar is. That's the picture of me that really isn't there. And you'll see something there called Music and Mathematics in my case. There is a name that I can make for the website, and then the URL, the address, the www bit, can be completely different. I'm going to click on my page right here, Music and Mathematics. Now there may or may not be anything there depending on what I've done over several years. This is an area of WordPress called the dashboard. This is sort of the behind the scenes, or what they call the back end of the website. This is the part where you have the authority over your own page to make changes as you need to. When you actually look at the page itself, where no one can go under the hood, so to speak, it's called the front end. On the back end, the dashboard, there are a number of options, and they are typically listed down the left-hand side of the screen. I'm going to go down to the very bottom, which I hope you can see on this video, and find something called Appearance. When I hover over the word Appearance, there are a number of options here. One's called Themes, Customize, and there's some other options there. I'm going to choose the one that says Themes. Now, this is a site like many web design sites that are free online. You can actually purchase themes or make your own, or you can take the ones that are free. And because of the financial limitations of many people that are taking classes at the college, I want to stick with anything free. So I'm going down and looking through these themes, just scrolling down the list. And you'll see sometimes, for example, under this one it says Personal. On the far left, you'll see Purchase $80. You'll see Nurture, Purchase $75. You may have different ones on your screen depending upon what's being updated and when you've looked at this video. If I look over here at Expound, I can click something called Live Preview and look at it, or I can choose something called Activate to actually utilize it. I'm going to click Activate just to let you see what's going on with it. Now, it may be, for the more nervous computer user, it may be a bit scary at first, but it will be okay once we actually put some contents in there. And I'm having to go very slowly with individuals because some people at CCC are very comfortable with websites and other people are very new at it and may, personality-wise, be of any mindset from bring it on, baby, I'm okay, I can do this, to the ones that are very scared and a little more hesitant. And since I've chosen this one, I'll go over here and I can go either to the top left where it says Music and Mathematics, which is the name of my site, or I can go to Michael Sisk CCC, which is the URL address for my site, and I can choose the way I want to click it. So when I click these, I can go back and forth between the WordPress site itself, and you're just seeing all my options right here, or the dashboard. And I'm just, again, going back and forth just to let you see it. Now, if I click over here on Music and Mathematics, it will actually show, now I've got one already designed, so you won't see all these categories, but I've got one designed based on the theme that I chose. Just notice for a few minutes, and pause the video if you need to, notice the way that this is laid out. I've got my title of my site at the top, left aligned, and I've got some options down through the bottom that I can click, and we'll get into categories later on. I want to make this simple for the true beginner. I'm going to go back to the dashboard and choose a different theme. You can change these anytime you want to. It will not change the content. You will not lose any files that you've created. But if I choose a different theme, and I'll go over down here to Appearances and choose Theme again, repeat Appearance and then Themes, I'll scroll down through here, and just for something completely different, I will choose Eventbrite. That's a free one. I'll activate that. I could also preview it. And once I've activated, there may be a delay, and if by chance your machine continues to delay, you can always move over here to the upper left to your title, in my case, Music and Mathematics, and it will show you a different layout altogether. Now, again, I've been playing with this for several years, so you're going to see some things on here where I've done more silly stuff than serious stuff. For example, you'll see Mikey Siskey categories, and I'll talk about categories in another exercise that we'll do. Basically, what I'm wanting you to do is just get used to the idea of making sure your site is working, set up your theme, and again, if you don't have any titles, just make sure you're doing something and submit it to me. Basically, all you need to submit to me is the name of your website, which will be something or another .wordpress.com. In my case, it's michaelsiskccc.wordpress.com. You may have a different name. And we'll get into these categories and menus and give you those concepts later on. I want to do this a little bit at a time until everyone has had the opportunity to get used to this idea of the dashboard and the themes. This is the front end of the site where most people look at it. The dashboard is the back end. You are more than welcome to play with some items if you want to work ahead. If not, you can wait for me to bring the next small exercise or video to you. And I hope this will help you. Contact me if you have any concerns.